When you're faced with traffic that goes on for miles and miles and miles and is eventually going to destroy your city, what can you do? Today we're going to go deep on road hierarchy and dedicated lanes to fix this city for good, all with vanilla tools. This almost 500,000 population city was submitted by Slushy M726, and if you wish to submit your city for a possible fix, check out the link below or head on over to my Discord for all the details. So grab a cup of tea, sit back and enjoy as we fix this city. So to get started, we're going to make use of a fantastic mod that I've had in my list for a while, and it's this one here, Traffic Jam Monitor by Merciella Gome. I hope I've pronounced that correctly, but as you can see, it gives you information about where the worst traffic jams are, which vehicles are waiting the longest. I think that's what this number here is giving us, is how long they've been waiting. So if we click on that and then just zoom in, here we go. We can find that truck that's been waiting, and there is a long line of traffic behind it as well that goes on and on and on, and we can see what's going on. So let's just go all the way down to the front of this junction and just take a look at what's happening. I mean, we've got, you know, some decent road hierarchy going on here, 4 lanes into a smaller road network for your industrial estate, but it's hitting this block here and it's taken a long time to get through. Why is that? Well, there's a lot of things to look out for here. So as this main road hits this other road here, more streets, and heads off into the city, we've got a lot of buildings that are facing this street. So you're going to get trucks and things coming right out and blocking this junction. You're also getting a lot of people coming and going, and we've got a traffic light right at the end over here. So ideally what I'd like to do is keep all of these people moving in without anything getting in the way. So I think what we're going to do here, we come out of that view, is we're going to, is my picker key working today? No, we'll have to click on the thing down there. It's picker this road, but I'm going to take the 1 lane one-way road, and we're going to say that you can just come straight in there and straight out there. So immediately, let's just say that one as well, and we might do that one as well. So anything coming in, you can just go and then go around the rest of the city. Anything coming out can go down here and move in, which then means we don't need the traffic lights. Oh, I'm also going to pick of that, and oh yeah, that's done the whole junction. Yeah, that's fine. So we don't need the traffic lights. So all of these cars can just keep going, and they will also have, if we just run this for a second, dedicated lanes. There we go. Everyone's going to freak out and change what they're doing. So they will now have 2 lanes for going round here. One's going to go right, one's going to go straight on. There we go. They will get moving quickly. Oh, was that a 1-lane version I put in? It was. Let me just fix my mistake. We're going to go for the 2-lane version. And there we go. That is what we want. Yeah, so now we get 2 lanes going around the corner. And then we'll get a lane going up there, and that will work much, much better for keeping this moving. Now, I saw the comments on the last episode, and lots of people saying, why is the game running so slowly? What's going on? All that sort of thing. Well, I've had it in speed 1, so that probably didn't help. This is a city approaching 500,000, and it doesn't matter how good your computer is, it is going to absolutely start struggling with the simulation on something like this. Okay, so we can see things are getting better. What else is causing a problem here on this junction? Let's pause it. It is also all of these crossings. The game likes to always put in 2 crossings at the end of every single street, and we just don't need any crossings here. There are plenty of other places. So again, we're using all vanilla tools to do this, apart from this mod to help us find the traffic, which you could just use your eyeballs for if you wanted to. But let's remove that. So nobody is going to be crossing in this area. If they want to walk down somewhere else and cross over, like over here, then they have that option. So let's just keep our eye on this traffic as it runs back over there to the left and see how long it takes to go down. Okay, quick pause there. I actually forgot to take one of the crossings off from over here, so we are going to do that as well. We do want to keep things moving. Also, we haven't got a dedicated lane here, which I was really hoping we were going to get. Now, the reason that is in the vanilla game, this lane's going to go straight on. This one's got 2 choices, straight on, all right. So what it does is it says, okay, we'll make that for 2 lanes, which most of the time is okay. In this case, it means everybody's sort of budging over into this side, and every now and again you'll get some going straight over in that lane as well, which we don't want. You've got 2 choices. You can fix this. You could fix this with mods. I'll show you that way, and then we'll do the vanilla way. So lane connector tool like so. Click here. We'll say we don't want you going straight on, but you go there, you go there. You get a dedicated lane. Let's put it all back to vanilla. There we go. We'll turn that off. With vanilla tools, you'd need to be a little bit clever here. So what I would probably do is, let's see. I might just, I mean, this is going to destroy something somewhere, isn't it? Because I just want to add another node in there. So we're going to get rid of that. This bit here, I am going to use this road. So the single lane. There we go. Can you see what's happening? There we go. Excellent. Then we'll take off that crossing. That road's going to go anyway. There we go. So now we get a dedicated straight on and a dedicated right. And then going up here, a lot of people are going up here. A lot of trucks are going up here. So we're going to get this one, asymmetric, and we're going to, oh, if I give them 2 going up, that's going to mess up our dedicated lanes, isn't it? No, let's not do that. Let's just put it back to what it was. I think we'll just go with that, and hopefully that's okay. And then what I'm thinking as well is I don't want anybody from here having the option to go straight on. So I wonder if I could stop that. Yes, I can. So if I go 1 lane here like that, at the minute that lane can do both, and then we'll use the in-game tool here and say no straight on. So all they can do is turn left. So if they wanted to be over here, they can get around the roads the back way. So now this is a continuous movement junction. So again, let's get this going on full speed. That building's building back in again. And hopefully in a very short amount of time, once they all work out what they're doing, this traffic will go down. Let's keep an eye on it. Right, we're going to take one more pause. So a lot more people are using both lanes, which is good. And what you might notice as they come up here, they're then having a problem getting out of this junction, which is fine. I've got a lot of options up here. So again, what I think we're going to do is we are going to go for this asymmetric road this way. So that doesn't mess up our dedicated lanes or anything here. But now they've got extra lanes to go out. I would ideally... I'm thinking I'm going to make this a 3-lane one-way, you know, but that is going to mess up my lanes down here unless I went like that. I'm going to do that and that, and I'm hoping that one, oh, that one does make it. Yeah, we'll have to do a little trick again. We're going to have to do a little trick again. Let us draw that there. We're going to take this one here. Then we're going to delete that. So we get 2 dedicated rights, although that one's going to go straight on as well, is it? No, 2 dedicated rights, 1 straight on. So that's your 2 lanes. Then they merge out into 3, and then they can go left, right, and straight on. They've all got dedicated lanes. We'll take... I'm using this mod up here to quickly get to the traffic lights, that's all. But it's just vanilla traffic light down here. Turn that off so they all keep going. And then I'm probably going to also take off the crossings here, just because that's a junction right after this one where a lot of traffic is coming through. And I'm hoping then, if we just keep an eye on this down here, and this here, and this up the top here, that it's now all going to go through super quick. So let's watch that. Okay, taking another little pause on here because the traffic is going down in this junction. It's moving through well. We've created a bit of a bottleneck. Now, this is where the road hierarchy can come in because you've got single lanes everywhere, single lane roads over the whole lot. Now, as this is the main way in, I would like to upgrade that. Now, unfortunately, we don't have what I would call a 1U wide road, which is these... these 2-lane roads, these single lane roads, but 4 lanes. As soon as I go for a 4-lane road, it's going to destroy everything either side of it. So, I mean, you can sort of make it in the road builder mod, but it all looks a bit hawky-balky, to be honest, and I don't really want to do that. So what I am going to do, and a lot of people tell me to do this, why are you just not rebuilding this and rebuilding that? I am going to do that in this case. So we are going to turn that off, upgrade, and we are going to take this one, and we're going to make that a nice big main road all the way up the middle. There we go. Exactly what we need before it hits all these other areas. There is going to be a lot of traffic lights and things through here. I mean, we could even, if it got any worse, go for 5-lane asymmetricals. So coming into these junctions, you could have 5 lanes. There we go. So as you'll notice there, we get 3 lanes on this side, which might help. And then you could even split the road in the middle if you wished. So we'll do this here. Again, whichever's nearest the middle. Yeah. And then we could just grab that same road and do it the other way. So you've got, and if we remove that, so you've got extra lanes going into each junction, both directions. I'm going to leave that and just see how the game wants to work out that, whether we need it. That's normally the way I do things. So let's just keep an eye on this here. And the other thing I want to do here is I want to sort of push traffic out, because traffic's coming in to get across there. If we push it out, it'll have to go round, which would just keep this moving. So I think for the last time, we're going to upgrade a road here and say go out from this junction, which means we don't need anybody coming down there. Yeah, because they can go around. And then after that, hopefully this area is sorted. So let's keep an eye on this junction at the bottom. The traffic at the top to the left of those blue stacks is where we all started. And let's go. Hey, and there we go. Look at that. It's all moved away from this area, and all we used was vanilla road, vanilla tools, and a little bit of our brain to get that's working, to get it all working. Let's just zoom out and make sure we haven't caused a problem elsewhere. So we've pushed all the traffic down here. Come on, game, you can do it. I'm going to pause while I'm moving. So it is getting a little bit busy down here, but it's fine. It's okay. That is all moving all right. I mean, that's not backed up at all. We push some traffic this way. What I would say counts as traffic backing up is if, for instance, okay, let's use this one here. This junction looks a bit busy, but it's not backing up to the next junction. So I'm okay with that. So if we zoom out a bit, this area is looking like it's absolutely okay. Fantastic. So there we go. There's some tips and tricks. Let's find another area in the city that needs fixing. Okay, what's next on the list? Now we've got a semi-truck over here. Okay, this is looking interesting. So what have we got going on? So we've got a lot of industrial stuff going on here. Incineration plant. So that is going to be busy. You've got a 2-directional road out the front, which is good. I'm thinking, just trying to think where the trucks actually come out. I think it's down here they will come out. There is a road connection here as well. I'm not sure, but then they've got this really small road along here and a lot of traffic coming in and out of here. Oh, here we go. This is the issue, isn't it? We've got, oh no, it's a standard train station, not a cargo train station, but this is going to have a lot of people wanting to come in and out of there. So what do we do about this? Let me just use my brain for a second. I'll tell you what, let's just take a junction at a time. So there's a lot of cars coming down here. These are all, let's have a look. So you've got a lot of industry going on here, considering this is a train station. So what I'm probably going to do is say, don't have all of this here. I'm just going to de-zone that because you've got a lot of traffic going on anyway, which means if we do that, let us then take our asymmetrical road and we're going to do a little something here. I'm going to just sort of split that road down the middle and then we're going to upgrade that half with the asymmetricalness going there and this half with it coming into here, and then we'll get rid of that. Here we could probably just about do the same here. So actually we don't need that, do we? Because that's going up there. Yeah, so I'm just going to upgrade that into here actually. And we've got a bus right there, right by the junction. So that's another thing I'm going to move. So I'm just going to move that all the way. Oh, it's a taxi stand. Okay, we've got taxi stand built into there. I'm going to say you don't need that taxi stand. That anybody that wants a taxi can walk in there and get it. So that's fine. And then everybody's coming out into this junction down here. So again, I'm going to just upgrade this to asymmetrical going in, asymmetrical going in that way. Oh, that was an autosave. We'll have a quick sip of tea. And I'm going to do asymmetrical going in there, going in here, going in here, going in here, going in here. And we'll do all of that. And then this here, I'm actually then going to chuck in a roundabout because we've got the space. So I'm going to do that one because all these buildings are about to disappear. I guess they're not. I'm thinking you probably plopped these in even though they were zoned. So I'm going to remove all of those. There we go. So we've got no zoning there now. Yeah. Pop some parks and things around there. Do something else with that. Okay. So now what we want to do is just want to pick a good direction we can keep an eye on that. So let's just keep an eye on all the traffic that's going through this zone here in the middle, this roundabout and at the end there, and see how long it takes to go down. Right, let's just pause. It's getting still super busy down here. The cars from this direction, the cars and trucks are going down. I'm just wondering whether we could do anything to help them coming through here a bit. I mean, we're so close. Actually, I'm just going to keep this going because if this goes down, then the light should change quicker and let these through a little bit faster. So maybe let's just keep an eye on things in this direction and see how it goes. Yeah, okay, I think we need a little bit more help on this junction. It isn't quite doing what I want, and I can see a couple of things that we could do. So there's a lot of cars coming down here and wanting to turn left. They don't really need to use this junction. So what we can do is, if we jump into here, I'm actually going to do it with the highway road so we don't get any zoning and stuff on it, is we can take one of these. Let's make sure we're on this mode. Let's have a look. Yeah, we'll do it from here, and we're going to go like that. So they can immediately bypass this junction here, and then we're going to say no left turn because you don't need left turn now. So both of those could go straight on, although there's only one lane coming down here. So what we're going to do is downgrade this because we've got to keep lane maths in mind. There we go. So one lane goes off, this one goes up and spreads into these two. We'll come back and remove all the crossings and things in a minute. Don't need these traffic lights on there, and we want to make sure that they're not going to come out of here and turn right, which they will do, the cheeky so-and-so. So no right turns there. They will go on. So that will help this traffic go down a lot quicker. And in fact, what I am going to do is turn that all the way around, I think. Yes, we've got more options for going left and one up there. In fact, what we could do here is we could even go for a 4-lane. Let's do that. So we've got this lane going down here, which is going to carry on split into two, split into one for going straight on, and then this one here is going to come off and go down there. Ideally, I would have liked to have done something else with this to help, but we can't, like a left here. But that might just keep that one going. And then what I'm going to do is we jump back into this tool here. We're going to take away that, and that. I don't want them crossing here at all. If people want to cross, they can come. Can I do it at the end there? No, let's give them a crossing here if they need to get over here for some reason. And this way, I mean, I just don't want them crossing there at all, to be honest. But yeah, we'll see what happens. They can walk around the roundabout, get across. Yeah, so that'll be fine. So let's just keep an eye on this junction. And hopefully with that, oh, we've got other traffic lights I didn't notice. Let's take those away. Yeah, there we go. Don't need them. There's none others, is there, been popped in? No. So that now should help all the traffic coming down from that roundabout. I'm just thinking there's another way I can help these here. We've already got an asymmetrical in there. We can't change it. We can't add a 4-lane road because it would mean messing around with all of these buildings and things. I mean, we could just slide that down, you know, pick it up and move it with the in-game tool, not with any mods. Let's just see what that does, whether that helps. Okay, here we go. Yeah, I've just noticed something else as well, of course. Down here, I haven't got the lane maths correctly set up. So we've got 2 lanes going round to the left here into 1 lane, which is not very good. I tell you what we're going to do is we are going to move this down. It is an option. We have the money. Is it going to let me do it? Overlapping. Darn it. We could face it entirely a different way. Oh man, no, okay, it's not going to let me do that. Let's leave that then. So we just need to sort this road out down here. So instead of a 6-lane road coming up into here, we could just change this last little segment. Okay, I've switched it up into, we've got a 4-lane road here, so we're going to get dedicated left and a dedicated right. And then coming down here, we of course have 1, 2, 3. So then I've used an asymmetric road that's a 2 and a 3. That will help when we get down to this junction. And then what I might just do, I don't know if it's going to let me, is turn off the parking here and here, just for that visualness that you look at it and you think, oh, there's loads of traffic everywhere, but there really isn't. It's just people parking. So I'm going to just turn that off. We can't do it there. Yeah, okay. I think that is probably solved the problem. We just need to give everybody a second just to work out what the heck's going on. Especially these ones down here. They're like, the road has changed. What do we do? But there we go. Once they work it all out, they'll be nice and smooth. This truck here, you'll suddenly found yourself on the wrong side of the road. Brilliant. Thank you. So that is... There we go. Look, that's freed up all the traffic there. So now, hopefully, this side will all go through a lot quicker. So let's just keep our eye on this for a couple of iterations of the traffic lights. Okay, one last change. Having sat and watched this moving through, there is more vehicles coming up here where this blue truck is and going right. And we've only got 1 lane heading up here, and that isn't helping at all. But up here, it does get to 2 lanes. So this little segment here, we definitely need an asymmetrical road in here to help with that. So I'm hoping I can just draw that in. There we go. Excellent. So it doesn't mess up anything else. So these 2 split, 1 off left, 1 straight on. These coming up here can have 2 lanes, which means we need an asymmetrical road there, which is good. We can use 5-lane asymmetrical. I think that's the one. Yeah, going up. What is probably going to happen is that middle lane. Let's just check we haven't got any weird lights anywhere. No. Is that middle lane? No, that's a signpost. It's probably going to do both. We should have to just wait a second for everybody to start moving. Okay, they're moving. Oh, it isn't. It's done exactly what we want. 1 left and 2 right. That is brilliant. So now we can get through the traffic from down here twice as fast, which is exactly what we need. So let's just give that a second. Oh, look at that. That is the first time the lights on the top road there have changed and it's let everybody through, which is absolutely brilliant. So I'm hoping now the left and the right roads coming in, like the left road, you can see it gets everybody through no problem. It's empty now. The right road struggles a bit. We could do with an asymmetrical 1 lane and 3 lanes coming out, because it's not letting everybody go every time. But let's just see with these lights changing again. I think we've freed up this junction. Oh, hey, stop crossing the road. There's no crossing there, you cheeky so-and-so. There we go, look. I would say that was everybody that was queuing has got through that top road. That is brilliant. There we go. So then very soon, everything on the right will start getting through as well with no problem. So that is vanilla. Vanilla roads, no mods, and we've just fixed up a really terrible junction. Right. Let's find another one in the city. So let's click the top button, see who's top of the list and where they are. Okay, here we go. I think this is one of the the views that I showed in my introduction, we have got a lot going on here. There are people everywhere walking through this huge downtown area of the city. Do we have like a district or a zone or something here? We have one entire district. No, there is one in here. There it is. Rosewood Fields. I couldn't see it for looking. How many people live in this one little area? Nearly 142,000 residents walking through here. And we've got, I would say, zero road hierarchy going on. Well, let's just see what we can do with what we've got. Where are you? Electric bike. There we go, all the way over here. Let's just see what we can do with what we've got going on here. So just sort of getting an overview of this area, I'm just wondering whether we could make this a main road somehow going through here. So we've got, yeah, the traffic coming in here. Which one of those is in? Yeah, this one's in, and I think this one is out, if I remember correctly. Yeah, they're going that way. So that's the traffic going out, which is sort of connected here. So a lot of people are coming around here to get up there instead of maybe coming along here. Yeah, we're going to pop a main road in here. Could we do, yeah, this one here. So we've got actually a two-way big main road coming through there. Okay, that's good. So what we're going to do is we're going to change this up down here, as we don't want, let's just, yeah, I'm going to just delete all of this because it's all a bit orky-balky, isn't it? We'll have a look at that. So that is for leaving the city if you want. And then I'm going to just pick this here. And we're going to connect that up to there. So you've still got the connection to the harbour and everything over there. And then I'm just sort of thinking, because what I don't want is people using this as a cut through. If they want to get from here to over there, we'll give them another option in a moment. So what we might do though is have people from the harbour want to get in the city. Well, they can come around that way, but I want them to be able to get onto this road here. So we're going to give them, how many lanes have we got there? We've got 3 lanes. So we're going to give them a little cheeky connection here. Sort of like that into there. So they've got 3 lanes. They can leave or they can go up there. And then just to keep that all moving nicely, we'll just stick a big roundabout in there and that'll be fine. We don't need traffic lights on there. That's just going straight out. So that hopefully will help with that. We could still get people going up here and turning right. So I'm going to say no right turns. So that'll be there. Yeah, no right turns. That is it. Excellent. And then that will hopefully help with that. What have we got here? The Chirpex Space Center, Post-Sorting Facility, Disease Control, Advanced Water Pumping Station, Crematorium, Health Research. You know, I don't think any of those are particularly huge amounts of traffic, but I think we need some sort of secondary... Oh, it's like a thing walking over the top. That was probably me. Some sort of secondary main road going through here somewhere to maybe help with this. Let's first of all try and do some asymmetricalness and see how that does. So for instance, coming into here is busy. We're going to do that going into there as well. We do have this railway line going across there. We'll leave that and we'll see how it goes. We'll add asymmetricalness there. We're also going to have it here, here, and here. There we go. And then we'll see whether that assists just for a second on at this junction. Let's see what happens. That person in the blue shirt, oh dear, taking their life into their hands. I am looking at this and thinking some sort of under road tunnel might be a good idea because we've got so many things all converging in the same place that it is causing a bit of a problem. Then you've got to wait for the barriers to go up. There we go, and everybody goes across again. And it just, yeah, let's just hang on because everyone's got to work out what's going on because of the change in the road layout as well. Because that Corvette there is messing things up. Being run over by a hearse. Is that like, why did the barriers go down? There was literally nothing coming. What was that all about? I don't know. Okay. Okay, things are looking good. Let's just zoom out a little bit. I'm going to just pause while we're moving around. So back here, it's not backing up to the previous junction, which is good. This road is empty. This road is empty. That has made a huge difference. The next junction, let's just have a look here. Yeah, that one is super busy. That one's okay. That one's a little bit busy, but it's not too bad. Let's just have a look down here. Yeah, so we've got some asymmetrical funniness going on, which is just the way the game works. So what we could do here, we just pause that. I'm hoping we've got what we need to do something. I'd like to just split that road there. Have we got asymmetrical 1 and 3, which is what I want? Oh, a lot of these aren't vanilla, are they? I don't think we do. We have a 4-lane asymmetrical, but it's like super wide, which that would do exactly what I want. Look, if we just add it... Oh, I've got Anarchy on. Darn it. Okay, well, that was a mistake. I haven't been using Anarchy to do anything. Not that I realised, sorry, that's been on for a while. But anyway, let me show you. If I do that there, so what that gives us is the one coming through, and then we get dedicated lanes for all of the others. So we could pick a pick of that one and do it. Is that going to do the whole road? Yeah, it is, but it doesn't really matter. We could do it there, which isn't really going to help much, to be honest. But then we can't do it here and here. This is the one I really wanted to do. I mean, how many people live in this building? 621 people. And this one here. I mean, I could do it. I could do it. Let's just see whether that helps. Because like we've seen before, sometimes getting, I mean, look, they're all working out what's going on, so we'll give them a second. Sometimes changing a different road means like this traffic goes through quicker, which means there's more time for the lights to stay for these people going through. Why is it all going a bit weird down here? Oh, okay, we've got a train. I mean, ideally this is too close as well, but the bus is like, whatever, I'm just gonna go. So maybe let's just see. What's that one doing up there? Maybe let's just see. Let's keep an eye on this up here and see whether that helped at all. Yeah, I think we're gonna have to do something here. It's not quite working as I want. It's going to mean losing a couple of buildings. I might see if we can just lose one building rather than two. So if we grab that, what is the footprint of this building? It's here, isn't it? I don't know whether that is gonna. So that'll be the next building, yeah. But I need this segment marked off. And that would, yeah, we're going to lose this building anyway. So I'm going to do that. Sorry. We're then going to upgrade this. Oh, what? Okay, we don't need. Hopefully that node stays. Oh, darn you, game. No. Why won't it let me upgrade this little bit here with that road? Because that is too close. All right, well, we're going to lose two buildings. That's the way it's going to go. We'll just go further along then to give this. That's the third building. We'll do all of those. Yep, that's fine. I don't mind. What? And it still won't let me just upgrade that bit there. Oh, I'll tell you what. Oh, I'll tell you what it might be. It might be because that's so short. If I go longer. No, it won't. That is very strange. And if I delete that, I've got Anarchy on it. Honestly, I don't know how that's turning on. I did not press it to go on. That is just strange. So if I place that without Anarchy and then try and do that, it will do it, but it will delete that one as well. Anarchy's on again. I didn't touch it. Okay, there's a bug in Anarchy that's making it turn on and off. That's what it is. It's definitely not me. I'm going to go here. So hopefully we can upgrade it. I'm watching it now to see when it comes on. Is it to do with deleting? It is. I'm pressing B to delete and it's turning it on. Okay, at least we got to the bottom of that. It wasn't me. It wasn't me. So now we're going to get dedicated lanes up here, which is what the whole purpose of this was. That's still got some zoning. I'm going to de-zone that. I don't want anything over here. And we'll just leave that as two buildings. And then we'll give this a little watch. Make sure there's no odd traffic lights. No. And hopefully now this will all go down. I think we're pretty much there. I know there's a little bit of a blockage here, But what's happening is, let's just pause and look at it. Every time a train comes past, this little bit here becomes a choke point, which I'm not overly concerned about because it's not that often. But this traffic here is not blocking this next junction, so that to me is not a traffic jam. 3 buses and a couple of cars. This is free. This coming down here is free. This is all free and moving. It is absolutely fine. So there we go, some more lane mathematics, and we fixed it vanilla style. So why don't we have a quick check at the new road that I can't just leave this like this. This is like hurting my brain. I'm sorry. We're going to pick of this one down here. There we go. I'm wondering how many people have complained that I was cheating using anarchy earlier on in the episode when I didn't even notice that it was just coming on. There we go. Just by doing bulldoze. Yeah, that's fine. That's all clear and free. This is looking good all the way down for in and out the city. Fantastic. I know there's a lot of other issues going on in the city. It is just traffic today. That is what we're looking at. Okay, let's check out the next one on the list. All right, so we've got semi-truck waiting for 18 whatevers over there. Where is this? So we're in an industrial estate. It's a slightly different one. It's not the one that we were working on before. So this is coming into here and causing a problem. Again, I'm possibly thinking that we could just do a quick solve here. Get rid of those crossings where people are coming in and just let them come in and do what they need to do. I'm hoping that that is a dedicated... be a right for these guys here. Let's just see when that truck goes. Yes. So you've got nice dedicated lanes going on, which is fine. But if most of these are going that way, then the dedicated lane needs to maybe change a little bit. There's not many... Oh, grief, that kink in the road. There's not many coming down here, is there? And they're moving on through down there. The lights have caught again. Let's just see whether all of that traffic coming down from the top there can get through okay. Yeah, I'm definitely thinking the road hierarchy here needs a little bit of a change because there's so many just coming down wanting to turn right. We need an extra lane in here. And I know as soon as I add in an asymmetrical road, because of the way the game works, going this way, it's going to then change up this. I'm assuming now the middle lane will do both. We could drop this down to 1. So a 2 and a 1 would be good, which is basically this road. So we could do that. Which way round would I want it? That way? Yeah, so now it's 1 left and 2 right. And that sort of half almost maybe sorts out the weirdness in the road. In fact, if I just did that going the other way as well, that would just sort out all of that. Yeah, so that should be good down there. Yeah, so now we've got 2 left. Okay, that should now solve the problem. Let's just run it through a couple of iterations of the lights. Yeah, what's really weird now is all those vehicles coming down from the top road are now all deciding they want to go left from their point of view or right from our point of view, which they didn't want to do before. So they're not using the extra dedicated lanes going the other way. There's not, I mean, I could switch all the roads back again, but that's just how the traffic works. Sometimes it wants to go one way, sometimes it wants to go the other way. Let's just maybe make one more change. One sec. Okay, so I'm sticking in these 6-lane asymmetricals. We've got 4 coming down here, 2 for right, 2 for left. And I'm hoping now, yeah, there we go. I'm hoping now that is the final fix that we need for all of this traffic here, whichever way it wants to go, to sort itself out and get through this junction. So let's keep our eye on this junction for the last time. Editor, super speed. Right, we can see the traffic is moving through nicely, which is really good. So with the 2 lanes going in each direction, that's fine. This is all working out okay. I did have an asymmetrical road, or I didn't have an asymmetrical road up in this section here. So I've popped that in, and yeah, that works a bit better for getting into this junction, although I think this is okay. If we asymmetricalize this going in each direction, That should be fine for all of that. They should be able to work that all out. And I'd like to change this road now because, I mean, it's clear all the way down to that junction. That's good. We've got a long runoff between those two junctions, so that's all nicely clear. I'm just a bit concerned about it coming down this road and not having enough lanes along there. So we just need to move this transformer station so we can upgrade that road and make some room. Let's just quickly do that. There we go. That should be good. So we've got the 2 lanes going up into the asymmetrical. We've got the 2 lanes coming towards the junction. That's fine. Yeah, I'm just recording this audio over the top of this later because I had it muted for some reason. So I'm just wondering what I'm doing. I think I was trying 2 different roads and then realised that the 4-lane road is exactly the one that I want. Biffa from the past knows what he's doing. That's it. So we've got 2 lanes going up into the asymmetrical and then 2 lanes coming down into the junction we're working on. So the transformer station is just going to get moved over to the side here like that. There we go. All the cars are going to freak out because all the roads are new and they're going to try and work out what's going on. But apart from that, I think we're okay. I've just noticed here that we've got 1 lane going on and then the right hand lane is doing right and straight on, and Sunset Street at the top right doesn't necessarily need to be an asymmetrical now. So I'm thinking I might just downgrade Sunset Street on the right. So that can help us with dedicated lanes on Sunset Street on the left. So if I do that, that's good. That helps with the, yeah, Sunset Street on the left. I've got no other options really, because what it is going to mess with is the lanes in the road coming up into this junction, which is what we did before. But I think that's going to be okay. So let's do that one. Wait for the trucks to go. From this one here, I think that works it out okay. But once they're ready. Oh yeah, down here you can see, yeah, it messed with our road there. So we could adjust that. I'm just going to leave it, to be honest. I think it's going to be okay for everybody going through. But then, yeah, there we go. Look, it's not backing up at all past our original junction all the way up. So they're getting out quicker. So that's fine. And there's not much traffic coming up this way now. It can get through nice and quickly. So that's good. I'm pleased with that one. So what I want to do is, after we've let this run for a sec, is we want to just check this other little junction up here. Again, no main road to speak of. I've got U-turns on there, but I'm not going to worry too much about that. Yeah, no main road to speak of. So you're getting a lot of traffic coming out onto these roads, but you just have to sort of deal with that. So we're going to turn these into asymmetrical roads as well, like this one. Like what I'm saying here is I'd like asymmetrical at either end, but I'd have to sort of add a little stub in the middle now that you can't just double click and add a new node, which is a bit annoying. But we'll see how this one runs. It looks like it's going to go okay. Let's keep an eye on it for a sec. There we go. Yeah, so we can see it's not backing up too far to the next junction at the top. So I'm going to say that this one's fixed. But actually what I am going to do is just watch it for a bit longer, because I think it's about to back up again. Yes. Yep, here we go. I let this one run a little bit longer and it does come through. It's just a bit busy. But what you can see at the top is the traffic is backing up now, going in the other direction. And we'll have a closer look at that, because the reason is, yeah, there is no main road. Looks, a couple of things despawned there. So this building on the right, yeah, it's got a load of stuff coming out onto it, and the traffic then just runs way up into the distance, the next 3 or 4 junctions. So normally with road hierarchy, you'd have a main road and you'd have no zoning on that main road. You'd then have smaller side streets, which are like these roads you're using here, and that is where you'd have your zoning. So I think what we could just do though, is it's not that bad, is just put these asymmetrical roads coming down this way. It doesn't need to go any further, that's all right. And I think if we just watch that for a second or two, that all of that traffic's going to go down super quick. What's going on here? So, oh, this is that junction that we did before, isn't it? Yeah, so it's got one-way roads coming out, going in. So that's all moving okay, that's fine. It does mean at the end of this asymmetric road there, doing a little bit of lane squeezing, but I just think we're just going to leave it like it is, and that should be okay. Yeah, it's fine. There's a couple of cars just sort of freaking out a bit because we've changed some roads, but all right, let's just watch this for a second, and I bet this is going to go down super quick. Yeah, look, there we go. It's fine. This is all going through, not backing up. That's not backing up. So asymmetrical roads for the win. once again. Right, let's head over to the last spot that needs fixing in this city. Right, this is the last one in double figures up here. We have this sedan who's not very happy at the traffic in this junction. And again, we do have a main road through here. Oh, this is where we worked on it before, isn't it? Look at that. Still running nice and clear. That's good. But this road coming down here is struggling a little bit. We do have a bus stop on here, but it's that sort of, they had an extra lane for that. This isn't an asymmetrical road or anything, is it? So I think we're going to asymmetricalize that coming into the junction. So we've got an extra lane coming through here, which is good. Everyone's going to freak out while they think about it, but hopefully that will go down. And let's watch a couple of iterations of the light to make sure it works okay. There we go. Look, we can see a perfect example why we don't want zoning on a main road, because this little building down here is causing all sorts of problems, isn't it? So we're going to de-zone that and delete it, because this is my main road going through here. We don't want that at all, and that caused all sorts of issues. All right, let's just keep an eye on this again. All right, we're getting a lot of backing up further up this road. I'm just thinking we might just make a couple of changes over here. Let's just slow things down a minute. So there's nothing coming out of this road, but there's traffic lights on here. So we're going to remove them. I'm also going to remove the crossings here. We just want to keep people going. And I'm going to upgrade that to an asymmetrical coming down, just to try and help a little bit. We've got the same thing going on over here. I'm going to leave one of the crossings, and we'll do that going down, and we're going to do this going down and remove that as well. So we don't need lights on every single junction. And then hopefully, as we move down here, this should all go through a little bit quicker. Although what's happening now is they're turning left from their point of view, and everybody's going in the left-hand lane. So actually what we could do is jump up to the next size of asymmetrical road, like the 4-lane asymmetrical. Have I got anarchy on? No. Are we going to destroy anything? That one building up there. If I do... Or we could just go for that. That would actually make more sense. Maybe it wouldn't make more sense. What about the 5-lane asymmetrical? Because then we still have 2 coming in. Let's do that. So we've got 2 coming in, which gives asymmetrical up here. Doesn't really show the arrows, but there we go. So we can go left or straight on. And then coming down, we've got more lanes for what we want to do in this area. So that should sort out all the traffic coming down there. This is okay. This is okay. Yep. Let's just have a super speedy time lapse on this section. There we go. Look at that. All the traffic's gone down. We've got a little bit coming from left to right, which I'm hoping is going to sort itself out now. People are doing silliness because of the traffic lights. This is what happens with vanilla traffic lights. The left and right are both going at the same time, but of course anybody that wants to turn is just blocking everybody else. But eventually this will all go down. I mean, it's not even backing up that far up here, is it either? So look, the lights are about to change. Everyone's about to go through. That is another fixed junction. Fan-flipping-tastic. And there we go. Look at that. No more double figure traffic waiting. You're always going to get some single figure stuff. That's just the way it works. And all the other problems have like fixed themselves. Traffic is always the key. Get rid of the traffic. I mean, we've got a bit of pollution. We've got a bit of crime. We've got ground pollution up there. Nothing major at all. I'm not worried about that. I think that was just a fantastic fix. Big thank you to Slushy M726 for sending in this city. I left a link below if you wish to try out this city fix for yourself. Plus part 1 of this fix, where we took a look at all the outside connections and highways, is on screen now. If you enjoyed this epic traffic fix, please hit the like button and subscribe so you don't miss the next one. That really helps out the channel. And as always, a huge thank you to all of my Patreon supporters. Their names are flying up the screen before your eyeballs right now. I hope you've been enjoying the new weekly series of Timberborn just for you. If you wish to join there too, or just see what's going on, you can sign up for free. Link below for that as well. Thanks for watching, everybody. Thank you for your continued support. Hope you really enjoyed it. Have a great day. I'll see you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.